everybody, and welcome back to a mid-era vintage. Oh, I'm getting used to my seconds. My goodness, mid-era post. Today, we're going to be looking at some sales on Fanatics of the recent week to see if there's any big sales, underrated sales. Is the Pokemon market still hot or cold? Let's just see how the mid-era is doing. Me personally, I have recently just made a purchase of the Honchkrow from Sword and Shield, the alternate art. It was $50. Fanatics render special again when they give you $50 for free, so I basically paid $5 for shipping and got that card in for free, so that was super dope. Add something in for basically literally zero. Just had to pay shipping, so that was good. But let's look at some of these sales. You can start out and see that the Steelix from X and Y Steve C sold for $312. That seems like a solid sales. These still have not fallen off too far. What's shocking to me is that this sold for $312. But on my end, what's even... Well, it's sold for $312. I had recently bought... I think it was a Mega Altaria full art for $330 or something like that. So, weirdly, it appears that the full arts are about the same as the Mega cards in full art. So, that's something to keep an eye on. Just kind of stay aware of when you're trying to go along your collecting journey, is that these Mega cards still seem like they're not super valued. I bought the Mega Scissor for $420. I still feel like that's a pretty good price, especially if the Steelix that's not even the Mega is going for $312. So just something to keep your eye on. This Russian Mirror Man's Charizard from the Sun and Moon era tag team card still is going for around $170. It's been around that price for a while, so it looks like Sun and Moon is starting to hit a plateau point, which is good and healthy for the market. This Mew card looks like it's falling a little bit. It used to be closer to $1,000-ish, but now it's been $800 to $850, so that's another good sign that the market is correcting itself and not overvaluing some of these tag team cards, because even though they are gorgeous cards, they aren't the most rare cards compared to other cards around this era. There's like 8,000 and 10,000 of these in the PSA Pop report and PSA 10, which is surprising, but yeah, it's a real thing, and there's more of these than people realize. This Darkrai XY promo is just an absolute stunner of a card. I mean, that's going to definitely be the thumbnail, just to see that these XY promo cards are shooting up in value. They're getting respected. I think they're going to be considered the grails of the era. It's actually not going to be the Mega cards, which is a surprise, but it is the reality. People have been valuing these a lot. They look stunning, so I can completely understand why people are leaning towards that. This Piplup card and Blastoise has been around $340 for a while as well, so it's always nice to see a good, solid understanding of the market now that people are consistent with where we value this. It probably will shoot up. I mean, I don't think it's going to stay this price forever. I'm still working on when I get my PSA order back. I think I'm just going to focus that order when I get it on just using the money to buy tag team cards, because I think we're going to be pretty close to hitting our end with what that's going to be. And then, as you can see too, the Psyduck and Slowpoke card, $930. That's about where it's been as well. So these are also consistent. This full art for the Togepi Igglybuff Clef has been about $530. That's been pretty consistent. So a lot of these prices, this has fallen off. I think this would be another nice card to add to your collection. It's hard to get these alternate arts. For $200, I think it's a solid buy. I bought the non-alternate art version for $60. So I think if I had another option, I would just pay the extra money and just bought this for the price this person got it at. The Jesse and James has finally corrected. It's getting $100 to $140. I'm going to be a buyer when it hits about $100. I think it will hit $100 because there's just so many of them. This Rayquaza has been sitting at about $300. I had just sold my Mega Gardevoir because I bought the full art. I sold the half art for about $140. So this is pretty consistent price wise also. All these sales, I mean, they've been consistently about the same. I would say we haven't noticed too much of a change compared to what we were seeing our last market update. Whoa, this is an amazing sale. So whoever got this for $240 got a steal. I think it's the most underrated artwork from the Sun and Moon era. So I think that's a very solid buy. I think this Pidgeot is also a great buy for $90. So I always say if you can get a good deal, you always can find a good deal if you're looking on Fnatic. So keep an eye out on these cards. I mean, there are a lot of good value going on. And we'll just kind of keep seeing these prices find where they want to get to. But I don't see... I think we had looked at some of these the last time we were around too, so I'll save it for another talk. I do want to go over my recent pickups, so hopefully I can do that in the next week or so, just to kind of show you guys what I've been picking up. I was waiting for my last order to come in. That's looking like that's going to be here on like Monday, so maybe I will do that on Friday, because I just bought my last XY era cards. Been kind of looked through all of them. So if you guys are enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. Always good to chat with you guys, and see you soon. Peace.